Greetings to each and everyone on this happy and joyous occasion of our 75th Independence Day. Let this Independence Day not be like any other day, but be like an elixir of energy. Let it be like the nectar of inspiration from our freedom fighters. Let it be like the nectar of new ideas. Let it be like the nectar of new resolutions. And let it be the nectar of self-reliance. I take an immense pleasure to welcome everyone. We are very excited to bring before you this special virtual presentation. While we wish we could celebrate with you in person, we must all do our part to spread positivity and humanity during these testing times. We are glad we can connect with you online to celebrate and thank you despite the physical distance that separates us today. By working together and building on our strengths, we will continue to accomplish great things. We have in our midst today Lieutenant Commander Soumya Bhel, our respected Executive Director Ms. K. Katiyar, Head Secondary Ms. Rochelle Burgess, our Head Primary Ms. Jayashree Shashadri, Head Care Center Ms. Anju Mathur, Office Manager Ms. Leena Khatu, benevolent teachers and my dear fellow friends.
Our national flag is the symbol of our independence and our national pride. As citizens of an independent nation, it is our duty to ensure that we keep our tricolor flying at its full glory always. Let us all stand and salute our national flag. Let's all raise our voices in unison and sing our national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Marching is an organized, uniform, steady walking in a rhythmic manner which builds alertness, coordination, synchronization and teamwork. We will now witness our students presenting a marching parade before us.
खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तो कौम पे लुटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा।
in perfect unison by the students.
Self-reliance is the only road to true freedom, and it has been a tradition for India that we do not just live for ourselves but also for the well-being of the entire world. Even before the pandemic broke out, India's rescue diplomacy towards countries facing natural or human-made calamities had raised its stature as a first responder to tragedies. The fact that India has taken greater global responsibilities upon its shoulders, despite being a developing country with fiscal limitations, especially during this pandemic, is commendable. The speech in English given by Vaishnavi of Standard 80 highlights India's progress as a world leader and harbinger of goodwill.
Warm greetings to our esteemed Chief Guest, Lieutenant Commander Soumya Behel, and Executive Director Mrs. Katiyal, admins, dignitaries, teachers, parents, and my dear friends. I, Vaishnavi Sonu Lekar of Class 8, feels greatly privileged to express my feelings on this grand occasion of our nation's 75th Independence Day celebration. In 1947, India took its first step to become one of the largest democracies in the world, overcoming a plethora of challenges to earn global recognition. The country has traversed a long journey since then, leaving behind a string of achievements. The story of our country in the last 7 decades is a story of progress. From the agony of partition to the status of a powerful nation. On countless occasions in the past, India has stood as a beacon of hope to the world. And even though the greatest nations are sometimes confronted by challenges, including India, the country rises to the occasion in spite of their own challenges. And while the coronavirus has brought the whole world to a halt, it continues to ravage many countries for a second year. Despite this, India did not back down. For a country that has the second highest population, meeting the challenge required superhuman efforts. The government as well people from every field wholeheartedly tackled the situation. Even ordinary people with their committed efforts uplifted each other with utmost resilience and fortitude. India's role in contributing for the well-being of the world has been praiseworthy. The country has shown time and again that it stands by the global community in times of distress. By responding to the calls from countries for supply of medicines such as vaccines. Confident of our strengths, we reached out to help other countries in their fight against COVID-19, but also undertaking and ensuring the vaccination of our citizens as well. We are in the forefront in evolving regional and global strategies for an effective response to the pandemic. It is a tradition of India that we do not just live for ourselves, but live for the well-being of the whole world. The world now realizes what our sages had said long ago. The global community is but one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Just as our country is performing its duties as the superpower of the world, so should we take initiative and remember our fundamental duties during these difficult times. All it requires is some deep introspection and cultivation of discipline, respect for the law of the land, and the ability to feel for and connect with our fellow citizens. We have become more responsible citizens in the last year. We wear masks in the public places, wash our hands frequently, sanitize our living area, observe social distancing, self-isolation and getting tested if showing symptoms, and also encourage others to do so. Not just for our own safety, but also the safety of our loved ones and those around us. I quote former US President John F. Kennedy, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Unquote. While I introspect on these words deeply, I realize what my duties towards my country is and how I can play my part well during these tough times. Do I need to do big things, or some small efforts will make a big difference? I'm filled with awe as I realize that our people are our resources, and the need of the hour demands the youth to remind all the people around them that they can be an agent of change. I urge all students and youth from all over the nation to take a step ahead and realize the significance of the youth and create awareness through their efforts, thus keeping up the confidence and hopes of many who rely on us for their well-being. I conclude this speech by paying respect to our great freedom fighters and martyrs who fought to secure our independence and teach us the values of selflessness and sacrifice for the betterment of humanity. I wish you all Happy Independence Day. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Vaishnavi, for sharing your thoughts with us.
Our national song, Vande Mataram, composed in Sanskrit by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, was a source of inspiration for the people in the struggle for freedom. And many of us don't even know that it has 6 stanzas. Yes, my friends, 6 stanzas. Let's welcome our friends Samiksha and Akriti of Standard 8A, who are now going to recite the original version of Vande Mataram.
हे भारत भूमि तुझे सलाम.
Vande Mataram.
हे माँ मैं तेरी वंदना करती हूँ.
सुजलाम सुफलाम मलयज शीतलाम सस्य श्यामलाम मातरम वंदे मातरम.
निर्मल जल, मीठे फल, सुगंधित ठंडी हवा और हरे भरे खेतों वाली मेरी माँ मैं तेरी वंदना करती हूँ.
शुभ ज्योत्स्नाम पुलकित यामिनीम फुल्लकुसुमिताम द्रुमदल शोभिनीम सुहासिनीम सुमधुर भाषिनीम सुखदाम वरदाम मातरम वंदे मातरम.
सुंदर चांदनी से प्रकाशित रात वाली, खिले हुए फूल और घने वृक्षों वाली, सदा मुस्कुराने वाली, मधुर भाषा वाली, सुख देने वाली, वरदायिनी मेरी माँ मैं तेरी वंदना करती हूँ.
शुभ ज्योत्स्नाम पुलकित यामिनीम फुल्लकुसुमिताम द्रुमदल शोभिनीम सुहासिनीम सुमधुर भाषिनीम सुखदाम वरदाम मातरम वंदे मातरम.
करोड़ों लोग तुम्हारी प्रशंसा करते हैं. करोड़ों लोग तुम्हारी रक्षा में तलवारों को धारण किए हैं. कौन कहता है कि माँ तुम अबला हो, तुम हमारी भुजाओं की शक्ति हो. हे माँ मैं तुम्हें प्रणाम करती हूँ. तुम शत्रुओं का विनाश करने वाली हो. हे माँ मैं तेरी वंदना करती हूँ.
तुम्ही विद्या तुम्ही धर्म तुम्ही हृदय तुम्ही मर्म त्वं हि प्राण शरीरे बाहुते तुम्ही माँ शक्ति हृदय तुम्ही माँ भक्ति तोमारे प्रतिमा गड़ी मंदिरे मंदिरे वंदे मातरम.
तुम ही विद्या, तुम ही धर्म, तुम ही दिल, तुम ही तत्व हो. तुम ही मेरे शरीर का प्राण, तुम ही भुजाओं की शक्ति हो. मन के भीतर तुम्हारा ही सत्य है. तुम्हारी प्रतिमा हर मंदिर में स्थापित है. हे माँ मैं तेरी वंदना करती हूँ.
त्वं हि दुर्गा दश प्रहरण धारिणी कमला कमल दल विहारिणी वाणी विद्यादायिनी नमामि त्वं नमामि कमलाम अमलाम अतुलाम सुजलाम सुफलाम मातरम वंदे मातरम.
तुम्ही 10 सशस्त्र धारण करने वाली दुर्गा माँ हो. तुम ही कमल के फूल पर निवास करने वाली लक्ष्मी माँ हो। तुम ही ज्ञान की देवी हो। हे माँ, मैं तुम्हें प्रणाम करती हूँ। निर्मल जल और मीठे फल वाली मेरी माँ, मैं तुम्हें वंदना करती हूँ।
श्यामलां सरलां सुस्मितां भूषितां धरणीं भरणीं मातरम वंदे मातरम।
लहलहाते खेतों वाली मोहिनी, सुशोभित शक्तिशालिनी, अजर अमर, मैं तेरी वंदना करती हूँ।
धन्यवादम।
धन्यवाद।
Truly meaningful and inspirational words.
It is like he said, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Now we have students from Standard 6 to Standard 9 with a dance performance before us.
तू सारे जहां से प्यारी मेरे भारत की बेटी है, सारे जहां पे भारी मेरे भारत की बेटी। दिल जान है शान हमारी मेरे भारत की। हम न खोए हौसला, दिल के साथ चलने का यूं कर ले फैसला। हम जो चूमे तो मिलता जोश है, सरफरोश है। जीत का जश्न हम मनाएंगे, आसमां तिरंगा सजा आज है, शान से सभी को बताएंगे, जीत लेंगे ये सारा जहां।
पहुँच
Phule and his wife Savitribai Phule were the pioneers of women's education in India. They believed we need not run away from the uncertainty and difficulties, but embrace it head on together and be the change we wish to see. This role play by our students gives us the message that nothing is impossible and we can achieve everything if we decide to.
सत्याविन नाही धर्म तो रोकडा. सत्याविन नाही धर्म तो रोकडा. जनांशी वाकडा मतभेद. सत्य सोडू जाता वादामध्ये पडे. सत्य सोडू जाता वादामध्ये पडे. बुद्धीस वाकडे जन्मभर. सत्य तोच धर्म करावा कायम. मानवाचा आराम सर्व ठाई. मानवाचा धर्म सत्य हीच नीती. बाकीची कुणीती ज्योती म्हणे. सत्य शोधक समाज. सत्यमेव जयते हे आपल्या चळवळीतले दृढ वाक्य आहे. आपण माणसं आहोत. माणसं आहोत ना पण जिवंत माणसं आहोत याचा विसर आपल्याला व इतरांना पडता कामा नये मित्रांनो. जात पात धर्म अज्ञान याच्या जोखडातून आपण जोवर मुक्त होत नाही तोवर प्रगती नाही. मुक्ता आमची विद्यार्थिनी मुक्ता साळवे मातंग समाजातल्या या मुलीने लिहिलेला महारा मांगांची कुस्थिती हा अत्यंत महत्वाचा निबंध आहे. आणि फातिमाबाई या मुसलमान समाजातल्या पहिल्या महिला शिक्षिका होणे ही अत्यंत महत्वाची घटना आहे मित्रांनो. कारण शूद्राती शूद्र स्त्रिया शेतकरी बांधव यांना जोवर आपण दुःखातून व दैन्यातून बाहेर काढत नाही तोवर आपली लढाई संपली असं आपण म्हणूच शकणार नाही.
ओम नमो श्री जगदंबे. ओम नमो श्री जगदंबे. नमन तुझे अंबे करुणी प्रारंभे. डफावर थाप तुंतुण्याचा. डफावर थाप तुंतुण्याचा. शाहीर हा महाराष्ट्राची शान. शाहीर हा महाराष्ट्राची शान. ज्योतिबाच गात गुणगान जी जी. ज्योतिबाच गात गुणगान जी जी. महात्मा ज्योतिबाच गात गुणगान जी जी रहा जी 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 जी.
मी सावित्रीबाई ज्योतिबा फुले. न्याय यांची बायको होऊन राहिले आणि यांच्या कामात कवा घडून गेले हे माझं मलाही नाही कळलं. हा तेव्हा बायकांनी उंबरा ओलांडायची पद्धत नव्हती. रामाच्या सीतेने उंबरा ओलांडला आणि रावणाने तिला पळवली हे पुन्हा पुन्हा कानाने ऐकू आलं. बाईच्या सतीने कसं आपण बरं आपलं घर बरं घरातली चूल बरी. पण ज्योतिरावांचे विचार लई वेगळे होते. ते म्हणायचे आपण बाईला तिचा अधिकार देत नाही. तेव्हा समाजात उच्च नीच असा लई भेदभाव होता. भेदभाव जाण्यासाठी शिक्षण हा एकच उपाय होता. शिक्षणाचा ध्यास हा एकच गुण यांच्या मनात होता. एकदा शिक्षणाचा प्रसार करण्यासाठी हे एका शाळेत गेले होते. तिथे फरार नावाची ब्रिटिश मॅडम यांना म्हणाली, मिस्टर फुले, तुम्हाला शिक्षणाचा प्रसार करायचा आहे ना? Then educate a woman first. Because if a woman is educated, the whole house is educated. पण तुम्ही लोक वुमेनला घराच्या बाहेरच पडू देत नाही. This is very very sad, Mr. फुले. झालं. हे घरला आले ते पाटी पेन्सिल पुस्तक घेऊनच. चेहरा लई उत्साहित प्रफुल्लित आणि मला म्हणाले, सावित्री आजपासून मी तुला शिकवणार. आणि सुरू झाला माझा प्रवास. अ आ इ ई आणि हा प्रवास आजही सुरूच आहे आणि तो पुढेही सुरूच राहणार.
ओम नमो श्री जगदंबे. ओम नमो श्री जगदंबे. नमन तुझे अंबे करुणी प्रारंभे. डफावर थाप तुंतुण्याचा. डफावर थाप तुंतुण्याचा. शाहीर हा महाराष्ट्राची शान. शाहीर हा महाराष्ट्राची शान. सावित्रीबाईंचं गात गुणगान जी जी. सावित्रीबाईंचं गात गुणगान जी जी. क्रांती ज्योतीचं गात गुणगान जी 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 जी.
Thank you for the wonderful play, spreading the message of hope and determination.
Our national flag gives us a feeling of strength and unity. We have our young budding artists who are now going to take us through a journey about the lesson on history of our national flag and to revive the joy which our freedom fighters would have experienced when they got our independence. Let's welcome them.
75 years ago, on 15th August 1947, we were given the right to do as we wish. We were given the precious gift of freedom, the celebration of which we cannot forsake even during such arduous and tumultuous times. The Indian independence movement was a series of historic events with the ultimate aim of ending the British rule in India. The movement spanned from 1857 to 1947. The historical events are the Revolt of 1857, Champaran Satyagraha of 1917, the Non-Cooperation Movement of 1920, the Dandi March of 1930, the Quit India Movement of 1942, and the Indian Independence League and the Indian Independence Act of 1947.
Today, on this auspicious occasion of Independence Day, we, the students of Veer Bhagat Singh International School, have prepared a short video to take you on a voyage through the lesser-known part about the history of the tricolour came into being. The national flag of a nation is synonymous with its ethos and is a matter of pride and a great value. Great thought was put into designing these flags, and every element of the flag has a symbolic meaning.
A variant of unofficial national flag was first recognized in 906 during the national freedom struggle. Through several political national developments and vicissitudes of time, the national flag evolved into tricolour or the Tiranga as we know it today.
On August 7, 1906, the national flag of India was hoisted in the Parsi Bangan in Kolkata, now known as the famous Girish Park. This was the first time that the national flag of India was hoisted. This was a tricolour flag of 3 equal strips of green on top, yellow in the middle, and red at the bottom. The green panel had 8 lotus flowers, half open, and the yellow portion had the words Vande Mataram in the Devanagari script.
In 1907, based on the Calcutta flag, another flag was designed by Madam Bikaji Kama, Veer Savarkar and Shyamji Krishna Verma, popularly known as the Kama flag. It was exhibited in the Socialist Conference in Berlin. It was largely based on the Calcutta flag. It was tricolour. The top strip had only 1 lotus and 7 stars denoting Saptarishi, and the colour saffron was introduced in the top panel while green occupied the bottom strip. This flag also had the words Vande Mataram. It was the first time that India's flag was being unfurled on an international level. It was popularly known as the Berlin Committee flag.
The third flag came up in 1970. This was designed by Annie Besant and Lokman Tilak during the Home Rule movement. This was a definite point in Indian history. They had set a stage for national struggle. This flag had 5 red and 4 green horizontal stripes arranged alternately. This flag retained the depiction of Saptarishi 7 superimposed on them. At the top left corner towards the pole was the symbol of Union Jack. There was also a crescent and a star opposite towards the right corner.
It was in 1921 when Mahatma Gandhi was visiting Vijayawada. A young man named Pingali Bankaya had taken a flag designed by him which had the colors red and green to represent the 2 major religious communities in India, Hindus and Muslims. However, Mahatma Gandhi advised on adding the white color to the flag in order to represent all the other communities that resided with the nation. He also suggested the addition of the spinning wheel or the chakra, which was emerging as a powerful symbol of the nationalist struggle.
A decade later, 1931 emerged as a landmark in the history of a tricolor. It was important that the flag depicted the ethos of the nation and did not have any religious problems. Yunkea redesigned the flag. The red was replaced with saffron and peace at the top. The white and green strips retained as the center of the flag. The saffron signifies strength, white stood for truth, and the bottom depicted fertility. A resolution was passed in the Congress Committee to make this as the official flag of India. This was also a battering design for the National Army.
The final and current tricolor came about in 1947, which was largely similar to the one in 1931. The colors and their significance remain the same. Only the symbol of the spinning wheel or chakra was replaced by Ashoka Sarma chakra as the emblem on the white stripe of the flag. The saffron on the top symbolizes courage, the white symbolizes peace, and the green stands for the auspiciousness of the land. The Dharma chakra at the center stands for movement and growth, with the 24 spokes symbolizing 24 virtues. On July 22, 1947, the Constituent Assembly adopted it as independent India's national flag.
Well-presented performance by each and everyone. Very well done.
Our choir group, through their music, will take us on a journey of India's outstanding diversity, its languages and cultures, which are unique and unmatched. Let's give a warm welcome to our choir group.
जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, ओ भारत देश मेरा, ओ भारत देश मेरा। जहाँ सत्य अहिंसा और धर्म का पग पग लगता डेरा, वो भारत देश मेरा, वो भारत देश मेरा। है प्रीत जहाँ की रीत सदा, है प्रीत जहाँ की रीत सदा, मैं गीत वहाँ के गाता हूँ। भारत का रहने वाला हूँ, भारत की बात सुनाता हूँ। है प्रीत जहाँ की रीत सदा।
रखवाली करता पर्वत राज विराट है, दक्षिण में चरणों को धोता सागर का सम्राट है। जमुना जी के तट को देखो गंगा का ये घाट है, बात बात पे हाट हाट में यहाँ निराला घाट है। देखो ये तस्वीरें अपने गौरव की अभिमान की, इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो ये धरती है बलिदान की।
वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
यहाँ हर कदम कदम पे तुलसी बदले रंग, यहाँ की भूमि में रंगोली सात रंग। यहाँ हर कदम कदम पे तुलसी बदले रंग, यहाँ की भूमि में रंगोली सात रंग। रानी पगड़ी पहनी मौसम में नीली चादर तारी अंबर में। नदी सवेरी है समुंदर तेरी सदी, केस रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला, केस रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला, देश रंगीला रंगीला देश मेरा रंगीला।
ये देश है वीर जवानों का, अलबेलों का, मस्तानों का, इस देश के यारों, इस देश का यारों क्या कहना, ये देश दुनिया का गहना। कहीं दंगल शौक जवानों के, कहीं करतब तीर कमानों के, यहाँ नित नित मेले, यहाँ नित नित मेले सजते हैं, नित ढोल और ताशे बजते हैं। हर करम अपना करेंगे, हर करम अपना करेंगे, ऐ वतन तेरे लिए दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे, ऐ वतन तेरे लिए दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे, ऐ वतन तेरे लिए, ऐ वतन तेरे लिए, ऐ वतन तेरे लिए। सन 1947 अगस्त 15 किसी को भी ना खबर है जरा सी कि आएंगी दुनिया में कुछ शूरवीर और मिलेगी हमें अंग्रेज से आजादी, मिलेगी हमें अंग्रेज से आजादी। टॉप 10 में आता हमारा रिच कल्चर सबसे बड़ा है, हमारे देश का एग्रीकल्चर यूथ है, हमारी बेजर पॉपुलेशन का माल खरीद वो इन द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन। जहाँ गालिब की गजल है वो प्यारा ताजमहल है, प्यार का एक ही है निशान वही मेरा हिंदुस्तान। कहीं नदी आबर कहीं कहीं पक्षी इतराए, पसंदी झूले लड़ाए जहाँ अनगिनत है भाषाएं। लो फिर स्वतंत्र दिवस आया, तिरंगा पूरा देश लहराया, रहते फिर यहाँ वहाँ तभी तो मेरा हिंदुस्तान कहलाया। तो तुम हमारा साथ पकड़ो तुम मेरा हाथ, हमें दिखेगा जमाना हम करे ऐसा काम, आएगी सिर्फ एक ही आवाज क्या,
Vande Mataram! Vande Mataram!
We are proud to be Indians. हमें भारतीय होने पर गर्व है. We are proud to be Indians.
We now invite our Executive Director, Ms. K. Katiyal, to share a few words with us.
A very good morning to all of you and a warm welcome. Honorable Chief Guest, Lieutenant Commander Soumya Behl, respected teachers and dear students. I feel privileged and happy to have this opportunity to share my thoughts with all of you on this auspicious day, that is completion of 74 years of independence and the onset of 75th year. It is the golden diamond jubilee year of our independence. The journey of independence movement was full of agitations, protests and struggles in the form of satyagrahas and sacrifices by all the brave warriors of our country. The mentor for our school, Veer Bhagat Singh, was one of the great freedom fighters and revolutionaries who gave up and sacrificed his life at a very young age for the cause of freedom. It's very important for us to think, reflect at this stage that what freedom meant to them. What made them leave all the comforts and enjoy the freedom movement. Let us pay our homage to all those who fought valiantly to make freedom a reality, so that the next generation could live in an independent country, where the citizens could enjoy the freedom of choice, the power or right to act, speak, think as they wanted, avail of equal opportunities, and all the rights as per the constitution of the government that they themselves had chosen. Rights and duties go hand in hand. We can enjoy the freedom only when we are aware and we are sensitive to the rights of other citizens too. When our actions are guided by the values of human dignity and equality. Then only we can live in harmony. Our efforts also need to be to free ourselves from the prejudices and preconceived notions. It is possible only if we develop the spirit of inquiry, scientific temper and humanism. The impeccable valor of the defense forces and their devotion to duty reminds us that it is our responsibility also to take care of the environment in the country. That it should be, our efforts should be towards maintaining peace and harmony. We are grateful to the brave hearts who are protecting the democratic setup and the safety of the country. Our homage to the frontline workers, the doctors and paramedical forces who are taking care of the health of the citizens, putting their own life at stake. Our gratitude to them also. Dear students, India began its journey as a developing nation moving towards progress in every field. A new chapter, a new dimension is being written every day in every sphere. Though we have a long way to go, let us celebrate the positive aspects and take pride in the multicultural diversity of our vibrant nation. We need to set new objectives for progress. Our responsibility lies in striving towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, so that our nation constantly rises to high levels of endeavor and achievement. Today, technology is the main tool in the teaching learning process. It's important for you to use information technology in a responsible manner Use your discretion to decide what information is relevant to you and what will enhance your knowledge and skills. I believe that all of you have the abilities and potential to achieve the goals that you set for yourself. With a little commitment and determination to give your 100% to the task that you take up, you will be able to raise your own standard of achievement, and in the process, your progress will happen and lead to the progress of our nation. This is the way you can contribute to the growth of our country. I'm confident you'll start giving shape to your plans for your future and try to reach great heights. Take care of yourself, your environment, and the natural resources, how you can conserve. My greetings to all of you on this momentous day. Jai Hind to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying that let not this Independence Day be like any other day. Instead, we must strive to make our country a better and a safe place by following the values and principles taught by our great leaders. Let's make a promise on this auspicious day and make India shine even brighter in the future. I hereby invite Rohil Khan to propose the vote of thanks.
Morning everyone. 75 years ago, our martyrs sacrificed their lives selflessly for the independence of our country. Today, there are enough reasons to take a look back and learn from numerous stories of courage, determination, moments of weakness and amidst difficulties. Never say die attitude from all our countrymen. Who knows how to show resilience even in these tough times? I salute them all for their patriotism and love for humanity. Such role models are truly an inspiration for each one of us. I am a proud Indian and I pledge to continue serve my nation and my people by contributing in the best possible ways I can. As we have come to the close of today's program, I wish to propose the vote of thanks. I extend my thanks to our honorable chief guest, Lieutenant Commander Soumya Bhel, who spared out time from a busy schedule to be with us today. My sincere thanks to our respected Executive Director, Ms. K. Katiyal, for giving us this platform and immense support which encourages us to give our best. I would like to thank our Head Secretary, Ms. Rochelle Burgess, for her constant guidance and support. A special thanks to our event coordinator, Ms. Maya, who planned and coordinated for today's program. I also wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to Ms. Joycey, Ms. Sneha, Ms. Shelly, Ms. Afreen, Ms. Sana and Ms. Cynthia for motivating the participants to make a good presentation for the day. A special word of thanks to Mr. Sudhir and Ms. Cynthia for editing the entire program and making this virtual Independence Day celebration a memorable one. I would also like to thank all student participants who presented their performances meaningfully. The participants were expressive and conveyed the message very well. They were able to create the true feeling of independence. Last but not the least, I thank the wonderful audience, my dear fellow friends, for being with us throughout the program. Thank you all for your gracious presence today. Have a pleasant day ahead.
I request everyone to stand in attention for a national song.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujala Sufala, Malayaj Sheetala, Sasya Shamala Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhra Jyotsna Pulakitayamini, Pulak Samita